السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربي زدني علما. Welcome to Surat al Mulk, lesson number 7. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever recites the Quran and does it beautifully and fluently, then they will be with the noble angels. And those who recite and try their best but find it difficult, they still make some mistakes, but even after trying, but they do their best, then they will have 2 rewards. So you see, in Quran you never miss out. You either with the angels or you will get 2 rewards. In the Makharij section, we will be learning about 3 more letters of the Arabic language that come from the tongue, from al-lisan. We have already covered al-jawf, the maddiya letters, alif, ya, and waw, and halqi letters, the letters of the throat, the letters that come from the bottom of the throat, the letters that come from the middle of the throat, and letters that come from the top part of the throat. We have done some of the letters of al-lisan, qaf and kaf, and nun and ra, and dad and lam, and jim shin ya, and we have also done ta, dal and ta. Today we will learn about sin, sad and za, and let us see exactly which part of the tongue these letters come from. Sad, za and sin also come from the tip of the tongue. Let us look at sad. Sad. Sad is a heavy letter. The back of the tongue is going to be raised, and there will be a little gap between the tongue and the bottom teeth. Okay, the bottom front teeth, there will be a gap between the teeth and the tongue when you say os, os. See how heavy the sound is? It's like you're filling air in the balloon, isn't it? It sounds like this, os, os. Now with sin, it's a sharp sound. You hear like a whistle in it. As, as. It's a soft sound. It's not heavy. As. And with za or zai, there's a buzz. It's a fun sound. Just like as if you're hearing the buzzing of a bee. Az, 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 az. Your teeth will come very close together as if there is a window that is open and just a little bit of air is able to escape, but almost no air is escaping. Okay, so that's making a sharp sound. The sound is sharpest in za, and the least sharpness is in sad. Okay, today in the meaning section of Surat al Mulk, in lesson number 7, we will be learning the meanings of ayah 19, 20 and 21 of Surat al Mulk. Let us look at what we were talking about already in ayah number 18. وَلَقَدْ كَذَّبَ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ فَكَيْفَ كَانَ نَكِيرٌ. And already had those before them denied, and how terrible was my reproach. Allah Ta'ala is warning about the punishment that Allah Ta'ala gave to people in this world. Okay, not just on the day of judgment and not just in hellfire, but in this world Allah Ta'ala is completely able to punish people if they do bad things. So now what are we looking at? أَوَلَمْ يَرَوْا إِلَى الطَّيْرِ فَوْقَهُمْ صَافَاتٍ وَيَقْبِضْنَ. Okay, so Allah Ta'ala is saying, do they not see? أَوَلَمْ يَرَوْا, do they not see? إِلَى الطَّيْرِ, al-tayr is birds. Okay, birds in the sky. Do they not see the birds فَوْقَهُمْ, above them? Do we not see the birds in the sky? Do we see the birds in the sky? Yes, we do. And what do we think about when we see the birds in the sky? Today, when you look outside, when you go outside and you see birds flying in the sky, I want you to think about this ayah. And every time you look at the birds in the sky, I want you to think about this ayah and remember what Allah Ta'ala is saying. أَوَلَمْ يَرَوْا إِلَى الطَّيْرِ فَوْقَهُمْ. Do they not see the birds in the sky above them? صَافَاتٍ, that means they are spreading their wings. They spread their wings and they contract it. وَيَقْبِضْنَ, and they fold them. So they open and they close. And مَا يُمْسِكُهُنَّ إِلَّا الرَّحْمَنُ, Who holds them? Ma yumsikuhunna. Who holds them? Illa ar-Rahman. Except ar-Rahman. Who is ar-Rahman? Our Rabb is ar-Rahman. Allah Ta'ala is ar-Rahman. Who holds them up in the sky? Why don't they just drop out of the sky? Why don't they drop out of the sky? If you look at the birds in the sky today, just look at them and wait for them to fall out of the sky. They will never fall out of the sky. You know why? Because ar-Rahman, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is holding them in the sky. Innahu bikulli shay'in basir. Innahu bikulli shay'in basir. And these two words, صافات ويقبضن, they can have some other meanings as well. The birds open their wings and they close them. That's how they fly, right? And they also, they go out and they search for food and then they come back, right? And there's so many ways that birds go out, they spread, and then they come back, right? So who holds them in the sky? Why don't they fall? They don't fall because Allah Ta'ala is holding them in the sky. Innahu bikulli shay'in basir. Indeed, He is of all things seeing. He sees everything. He is of everything seeing. Every single thing. If you do something in the dark, if you hide from everybody and nobody can see you, there is no one else, always be aware that Allah Ta'ala is watching you from up. Okay? أَمَّنْ هَذَا الَّذِي هُوَ جُنْدٌ لَكُمْ يَنْصُرُكُمْ مِنْ دُونِ الرَّحْمَنِ. أَمَّنْ هَذَا الَّذِي, who is the one who has an army, who can help you, jundul lakum, an army for you, yansurukum, that can help you, min duni ar-Rahman, against ar-Rahman, or besides ar-Rahman. So if somebody is against ar-Rahman or does not want to be on the side of ar-Rahman, they want to be on the other team, they don't want to be on the team of ar-Rahman. We want to be on the team of ar-Rahman, right? Whose team are we on? Are we on Allah's team? Yes, we are on Allah's team. We are on ar-Rahman's team. But if somebody wants to be on the other team, they don't want to do what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, they don't want to worship ar-Rahman, they don't want to follow the Prophet, then they're on the other team. And sometimes people are so against Islam, and they're so angry about Islam, and they become an enemy of Allah, that they actually want to fight people who follow Islam. So which army is going to help them if Allah Ta'ala decides to punish them? If Allah Ta'ala wants to punish them, then which army is going to help them? إِنِ الْكَافِرُونَ إِلَّا فِي غُرُورٍ. The disbelievers are in nothing but delusion. Meaning you're just so confused. They're in delusion. Delusion means to be so confused that they don't even know the reality, as if they're dreaming, as if they're in a dream and they don't know what is the truth, what is right. أَمَّنْ هَذَا الَّذِي يَرْزُقُكُمْ إِنْ أَمْسَكَ رِزْقًا. But who is it that will provide? أَمَّنْ هَذَا الَّذِي, who is it who will provide rizq? What is rizq? Food and provision, anything that we need to live in this world, to be alive in this world, the air we breathe, the food that we eat, the water that we drink, anything of that sort, and the jobs that Allah Ta'ala provides for us is our rizq, so that we can earn money and get food for ourselves. That is rizq. أَمَّنْ هَذَا الَّذِي يَرْزُقُكُمْ. So who will provide rizq for us? In أَمْسَكَ رِزْقًا. If He withheld rizq, if He, the risk that He is given, Allah Ta'ala has given us risk, right? If He stops the rain from falling from the sky, or He makes anything happen that makes your risk go away, then what will happen? If the rain doesn't fall, then the plants will not grow and the animals will not eat, and there will be no food. And what can happen? Then there will be a shortage of food. So who is the one who's going to provide if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stops the rain from falling, if He stops your risk from coming to you? بَلْ لَجُّوا فِي عُتُوٍّ وَنُفُورٍ. But they persist, they just insist in their utu wa nufur, which means that they are so out of control in their stubbornness that they just want to get away. They just want to get away from this message. They just want to get away from worshipping Allah. They just want to get away from anybody who's calling them to Allah. And they just don't want to listen. The Tajweed section of Surat al Mulk, lesson 7. We are doing ayahs 19, 20 and 21. We will try to say each letter from its proper place and make the sound as it should sound like. So, awalam, don't shake the meme. Yaraw, Yaraw, ra is heavy and it's yaraw. Okay, lean sound. Ila toiri, ila toiri. Remember ta, we did ta before but we did not practice it properly. Ta is a heavy letter, make it heavy and don't forget this shadda. Ila toiri. Okay, look, there's no shadda here, so you will not say illa toiri. Ila toiri, ila toiri. Okay, so whenever you see the sign, the shadda, you catch it for a minute, like you catch the letter and then you move on, as if you're going on monkey bars. So you catch and then you go. Okay, ila toiri, this ra is light. فوقهم, see how many lean letters are coming. This is also lean and this is also lean letter. فوقهم, ha is from the bottom of your throat, don't shake the meme. صافات ويقبضن. Now this part is a little tricky to say, but inshallah with a lot of practice you will be able to say it perfectly. Okay, Sad is our letter for today, one of the letters for today. So Sad is heavy, as we spoke about. Remember to say it correctly as you learned today. And then there's a long mad. This is the longest mad in the Quran, which is, it goes for 6 counts. But don't go beyond 6 counts. Don't be shy to keep going until 6 counts and stop at 6. Okay, don't keep going forever and ever. So there's a limit. Not more than 6. Listen to me again. صافات ويقبضن. So remember those monkey bars again for the shadda. Remember to catch the fa, and then there's a this alif as well. The small alif, you will also say it like alif. صافات ويقبضن. Okay, ta has kasratain, 2 zir, which is going to join with the waw. Okay, this is idgham. It's going to blend into the waw with gunna. صافات ويقبضن. ويق. There's a qalqala here. The qaf is heavy. ويقبضن. Dad. Remember the sound of dad? We've been practicing dad since the past 3 lessons. So make sure that you say dad correctly. يقبضن. Okay, if this is tricky, there's a separate video for this to practice this sound of this word. Okay, yaqbidn. You have to say the dot correctly and then don't miss out the noon. Ma yumsikuhunna illa ar-Rahman. Ma yumsikuhunna illa ar-Rahman. Ma is 2 counts. Yumsikuhunna, noon shadda strong gunna. Illa ar-Rahman. See, the word here was ila tayri, so there's no shadda here, and this is illa ar-Rahman. It's different, right? Illa ar-Rahman. You catch this letter a little bit. Illa ar-Rahman. Ra is heavy, ha will come from the middle of your throat, and you can take a pause here. Illa ar-Rahman. Innahu. Noon shadda, there's a strong gunna here, and then you give it 2 counts here. Okay, innahu, your lips are going to come forward a little bit. Innahu bikulli. This shadda here as well. Remember the shadda. Innahu bikulli shay'in basir. This is iqlab. Remember that rule? Iqlab, whenever there is tanween, or there is which is 2 fathas or 2 kasras or 2 dhammas, or there is a noon without any sign on it except for this one, then what happens? If there's a ba afterwards, then it turns into a meme. Okay, so that is iqlab. Innahu bikulli shay'in basir. Sad, remember? Sad is our letter for today. Innahu bikulli shay'in basir. And this ra is going to be light. Amman hadha alladhi. This noon, you're going to say clearly. This is called idhar. When there is no gunna on a noon sukoon, there is no gunna, then you say clearly. That is called idhar. And idhar always comes before the letters of the throat. Whenever you see letters of the throat, the noon sakin before that is going to have idhar. Amman hadha alladhi. Amman, strong gunna here because of the shadda. Whenever there's a shadda on meme or noon, the gunna is going to be strong. Okay. أمن هذا الذي هذا الذي هو جند لكم هو جند لكم. Now don't say هو, don't say هو, okay, هو, this is a wow. هو جند لكم. إخفاء here, remember the rule of إخفاء. Don't touch your tongue with the palate. Don't stick your tongue on the palate. Keep it away from the palate. جند لكم. This is إدغام. The letters are going to merge together. هو جند لكم. Don't shake the meme. ينصركم. Another إخفاء. صاد. Another صاد. ينصركم. ينصركم من دون الرحمن. Now, meme sakin is coming and then a meme shadda. So what will you do? You will say it with one strong meme. هو جند لكم ينصركم من دون الرحمن. Another إخفاء here. من دون الرحمن. من دون الرحمن. Ra is going to be heavy and Ha is going to come from the middle of your throat. إن الكافرون إلا في غرور. إن الكافرون إلا في غرور. إلا في غرور. غين comes from the top of your throat. أمن هذا الذي. أمن noon is going to be clear with إظهار. أمن هذا الذي. ذال from the tip of your tongue. يرزقكم. Now see, there's a buzzing sound here. يرزقكم. يرزقكم. So practice your za here. Yar is ra is heavy. يرزقكم. And qaf, practice your qaf as well. Practice your kaf as well. Don't make both these sounds the same. Qaf is heavy, kaf is light. Don't shake the meme. In amsaka rizqah. In amsaka rizqah. So practice your seen as well. And again, this is idhar. Rizqah, another za, buzzing sound. Rizqah, this ra is light. And rizqah, don't forget the ha here. If you're putting sukoon here, if you're going to pause here, then don't say the haraka, but you have to say the ha. Rizqah. Ballajju, ballajju. This is idgham. So many rules today, huh? Ballajju. Ballajju. So don't forget this monkey bars and again monkey bars here. Ballajju. Yeah, your lips are going to come forward a little bit. Fi urtuwin wa nufur. Urtuwin wa nufur. Say it with me. Fi urtuwin wa nufur. Ain has to come from the middle of your throat and it's a digging sound, okay? بَلَّجُّوا فِي عُتُوٍّ وَنُفُورٍ. This ra is going to be heavy. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Barakallahu feekum.